This is brought to you by DJ to Go Cedar Valley, your 5-star DJ in the Cedar Valley.
On tonight's episode, we have a rare crossover. It is Talking to Idiots.
Welcome to Talking to Idiots, a weekly podcast. Weekly? I don't know. I'm Dewayne Johnson.
We're doing this weekly?
That's W-E-A-K, weekly.
Nice. I like how you guys are dancing to your theme song because we can see you via the computer. However, we can't hear it, so you guys are both to the beat. That's good.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, this is my favorite part. I'm Doug.
I'm Fred Garvin. I'm Dan. Thank you.
Along with Todd and Dewayne on a special crossover edition of Talking to Todd and the Educated Idiots.
See, I love that we talked about this and we kind of talked it into existence.
Yeah.
Started as a joke.
And
That joke got real. And now we're here to mess it up.
All I know is when can I play the drums?
And then depending on how this goes, it could go back to being a joke. Right?
Nice.
Could come full circle.
Dan, no one's going to rein you in tonight, buddy. If you feel like playing the drums to start us.
Yeah. Go, Dwayne. Go, Dwayne. Look, I got your name out there for all the ladies. My Mercedes. What's our first segment, fellas?
We're going to start at the end. Normally at the end of our show, we end with This Week I Learned, but since everything is backwards and upside down, this week we are going to start with This Week I Learned. So does anybody have something they learned in the last week that they want to start out with?
I feel like my life is a constant voyage of learning. And what I learned this week is when a tree falls in a neighborhood, everybody hears it. So
Nice.
We had a windstorm that came through this weekend. My youngest was playing outside with the neighbor boy. 20 minutes, they got in trouble, so both of them had to come into their respective houses. And then the winds blew down a tree branch. It fell onto the neighbor's roof and then between our houses, betwixt our houses. And last evening, when I was trying to move it with the neighbor, who shows up but a burly, pepper-flaked haired gentleman.
How you doing?
Dan Hensing shows up at my house.
Hello.
And I learned, hello.
Candygram for Mr. Mongo. Me like candy.
You almost got Dwayne on a spit take, and it wasn't even on purpose. Yes. So Dan shows up, and he always kind of says, I have old man strength. I'm really strong. Neighbor and I were struggling moving the tree, and Dan just goes, on 3, 1, 2, 3, and moved the thing almost by himself.
I bounced it off my shin is what happened. It kind of hurt. I'm not going to lie.
You didn't show any fear, and I appreciate that about you.
I was crying on the inside.
And then we offered him food.
By the way, I got to ask you, since you said it, if a tree falls in the forest on a mime, do you hear it? That's a horrible joke. I know. Thanks. I appreciate it.
So that's what I learned this week. Dan, really strong. Trees fall hard.
Todd, what'd you learn?
So this weekend, for reasons that aren't really important, Lisa said something about we were talking about old email addresses or whatever, and she's like, whatever happened to AOL? Well, turns out they just got sold again this week. Yeah. And Yahoo together. Those two tech giants got sold for $5 billion. They were owned by Verizon. Who knew? Verizon paid about $10 billion for them 5 years ago and is now selling them for about $5 billion. So, Dwayne, your cell phone bill is going to be going up because they're short about $5 billion. So look for some more fees. Yeah.
Wasn't it a private equity firm that ended up buying it?
Yeah. I don't know what a private equity firm is, but apparently they've got $5 billion that they want to light on fire and they want to own AOL.
It reminds me of what was that guy, like Tom or somebody who bought MySpace right before like Facebook became a giant, and he bought it and like just really didn't ever do anything, never changed it, never did anything with it, and then got out.
That's it.
You are
I
not
know.
familiar?
Well, I know Mark Cuban was like, wasn't he part of something like that, broadcast.com, and then he sold it, and then it crumbled like within a year. Mark Cuban didn't crumble.
See, that's the right way to do it. You want to sell before the crumble.
You got to know when to get out.
Sell,
Yeah,
right.
no one to hold them. No one to fold them.
Thanks, Kenny.
Problem.
I knew that reference though. That's good for me. I
Yeah,
knew that
that's
you were
really
talking
good.
about the gambler.
You're with three old dudes tonight. 50, and 38. All right, let's go.
Whoa! Hold on.
Hey,
Hey! I got 9 days left. So
Nice.
I'm not up there in the 50s with you guys yet.
50s.
The boomers over here on the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
By the way,
Right.
when I turned 50, a buddy of mine called me and says, "You're officially closer to 80 than you are 20." That hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That was, if he's listening, you know what I think of you.
If that's what your buddies are telling you, I hate to see people who are not happy with you. But
You're looking at one of them on a weekly basis.
I'm gonna play the drums just because I like drums. But I'm getting amped up right now. But Dewayne, what'd you learn? That's not even a. I'm leaning forward. This is new me.
You got to lean into it. So the thing that I learned
Let's lean with it.
had to do with last week's editing and last week's recording from the closet.
Oh my God, that's just a free ball. I'm just let it go.
I was in the closet last week. I was.
But now he's out there, Jerry, and he's loving it.
As I have heard before that you can record in a closet and it sounds really good. Not the closet at an undisclosed location, I can tell you. And there is no amount of editing that can make it right when it was bad to begin with. I learned that I'm going to take a good microphone the next time I go on the road. And I am going to use a smaller. Where was I at? Yeah. I was in a part of the country where you can buy Yingling. That's as close as we narrowed it down.
The hell is Yingling?
It's a alcoholic beverage.
Oh, I still don't drink, fellas. It's weird. I like drunk women though. Just kidding. That's
so
too far.
That's kind of the running bit is that it's always in an undisclosed location.
Oh,
okay. Best not to reveal.
Yeah, we've never revealed where Todd is, though he's within 90 minutes of Las Vegas. That's as close as we've gotten to it. And so last week I was in an undisclosed location, not the undisclosed location, because there's a difference. But I was out on the East Coast. Todd?
I will tell you, Dewayne, I know we're not doing feedback from last week or whatever, but as we were listening to our last week's show, I got this comment. Boy, Todd, you talked a lot during you talked a lot. And I said, oh, because Dwayne's microphone didn't sound very good. So I figured I would do most of the talking. Huh. And it was like, is that the story you're going to stick with, or do you want time to come up with something better? So anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, Doug, what did you learn?
Yeah, what do you got, Doug?
Well, I shared mine. Mine was that I learned that Dan was
Doug. You know, you guys are almost interchangeable. Yeah, you're almost interchangeable here on the video, so that's fine.
You're gonna laugh at me, hopefully not, but I learned that Rosa Parks, who was like kind of the first person to say like, hey, I'm not giving up my seat, wasn't actually the first person. And you would think I would know that before now. And I called BS on the person. They're like, no. And this person was very knowledgeable in history. And they said it was a 13 or 14-year-old girl that was pregnant and she wouldn't give up her seat, but they didn't want her to be the face of the civil rights movement. And I'm like, it blew my mind. I was like, wow. And I was a sponge taking in that information just so I could share with you fine gents. That's it. That's all.
I just have to say, this is our bit, and we were all doing funny gags, and then the professional educator comes in and literally drops some actual knowledge on us, and we're all like, "Oh, is that what we're doing? Oh, I could have come up with something. I could have come up with something good.
I don't even know who you are.
Rosa-
You gave us no. Like I'm aware. I followed all of your word track there. I just meant you brought education to the table, and I'm really proud of you in this moment.
Good work,
No,
Dan.
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Although Doug's like, where has that been all of our episodes?
Dan is officially up to an 18 on his ACT. Thank you.
Play
This
those
just
drums.
in. I bet you. Oh, I should thumb. Oh, good. I'm excited. 3 thumbs, and you'd think I'd get the drums down. Let's go.
What's next?
All right, we are alternating segments here. So the next one we have is grind my gears.
Yep.
Dan, what's grinding your gears?
I don't think I've shared this one in the past. And it's one of those deals where, like, I can't remember all my grindings of gears. But, and again, fellas, if I hit a nerve, I apologize. Last summer started riding my bike for the first time. And not long. I'm not doing RAGBRAI or anything like that. By the way, you know what RAGBRAI stands for?
The Register's Annual Great Bike Race across Iowa.
Nope. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's what it stands for. But that's correct.
Thank you.
A lot of times we like to throw out some education out there too. Okay, so, but bicycle around the Cedar Valley where we live, there are
Completely a disclosed location. Mind you.
$2 to $4 million. I'm making up those numbers of bike trails were put in place for people to ride their bike. Yet people ride their bike on the highway, not even street, like highway. And then, I don't know, I just have a problem with, I don't want to share the road. I just don't want to do it. I don't feel like I should have to. If that's the case, I don't jump my car onto their bike trail. Like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I don't like is I was shamed because when I was riding my bike on the bike trails, if I didn't have a helmet on, they wouldn't wave at me. People with helmets would not wave at people who didn't have helmets on, and that's BS. I'm going to go psycho here. And this does not look good in spandex, okay? And I'm not worried about wind drag, guys. Okay? So I'm not going to wear the Tour de France outfit and put on a helmet that would just rest ever so smallly on top of my head just so I can wave at somebody that's on a bike trail, which, by the way, no one's on the bike trail. There's walkers on the bike trail. They're all on the road.
Let's break this
Let
apart.
me breathe for a second.
Yeah, let's break this apart in pieces here. First off, the free world does not have enough plastic to make a bike helmet to fit.
By the way, I got a hat. It's a 6X. I'm not even joking about that. I'll show you the documentation.
Believe you. Secondly, you do look good in spandex. So I don't want to hear any of that.
I just slightly threw up in my mouth right there. No, I don't know.
My pet peeve about bicyclers, though, are those that are on the highway but don't follow the highway rules. If you're going to be on the highway, great, fine. But if there's a stoplight, you got to stop for it.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm willing to share.
It rhymed. God.
You know?
Shake and bake, baby.
Right?
They're verbs. They rhyme. You can do it all day. It fires me up. So,
Dan, I'm wondering, just the people who were wearing helmets weren't waving at you. I wear a helmet usually when I ride. Sometimes it doesn't fit very well. What I'm thinking is, it's not that they're shaming you. The helmet has come down in front of their eyes.
It could be,
and they can't even see. And they're just following their tire wherever it leads. I think that's what's going on. Now, admittedly, you're kind of hard to miss on a bike, but maybe they just can't
like
see
Ning
you.
Ning on a bike. Yeah, I can just maybe they're surprised. Like, how's he doing that?
Todd, you are giving way too much benefit of the doubt here. Unless that helmet is blocking their vision completely and it's Helen Keller on 2 wheels, they're not missing him. Or me, or to be fair, they wouldn't miss me on a bike either.
Side note, I have like 30 Helen Keller jokes, but we're not going to go there because that's off the rails completely, and I apologize to blind people.
All right, fellas, what do you got for grinding gears?
I don't know, Dewayne, you up?
I have an RV related one, Todd.
Whoa, you're coming for me? What? They're rubbing off on you already. We're 14 minutes in, and all of a sudden, these guys are teaching you some bad habits. All right, let's go.
I was going for a walk, and parked along a street in our neighborhood was an RV on the street, slider out, extension cord running from their house plugging in on the street. Yeah, if you want to do it in your driveway, that's one thing, but they're taking up 3 parking spots and an extra wide vehicle parked on the street. I don't know how long it's going to be there, but I'm hoping it's not for more than 24 hours. But things
How
where
big was
they
your
aren't.
RV?
What's yours, Todd? 21 feet? This was
Yeah.
at least 25. It was big.
Like
Just a
Loretta
single
Lynn
slider.
style.
It was, yes. Well, yeah, you could live in it.
I don't
yeah.
know why I came up with her. You
No,
know who that
no,
is?
Was it a trailer or one that you could drive?
It was a tow behind, and it was not a fifth wheel. It just to a hitch. So
Okay,
it
'cause
wasn't
I'm just-
super massive.
I'm not. I'm
That's what
just
she
going to
said.
say this. If this is a problem you can solve. Yeah, this is a problem you can solve, Dwayne. All you need to do is just put a hitch on the back of your car. What I'm saying is that can be relocated
Yeah.
by the person that owns it or by anybody that has a hitch.
Anybody else at this point? I just need the cover of night and a F-150 or something.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Hitch? I really like it. See, that's where it just throws me into orbit.
I'm sitting
You said
here.
Hitch twice. I'm like, I love that movie. But I know
It's
you're
a
talking
great
about
movie.
like
Will-
a trailer
Will
hitch,
Smith.
but I can't get back to Hitch because, yeah,
You've seen the movie because it has a happy ending.
yeah, I love happy endings.
Okay.
Wasn't the girl in Hitch one of your Mary Kill things?
Was she?
She hasn't been one of ours yet.
Are you
It's
sure?
been- Well, I don't know. I
It's-
only
It's frightening. It's frightening how fast you went through the entire list of everybody that you have done that bits, and you're like, nope, I know her.
He's
Nope.
really
no, no.
smart.
Wow.
well, but only because I know when we've gone to actresses that we've only gone with like the Jessicas or we haven't gone to that one yet
Or Cinderella.
Okay.
or for animated ones.
You're right.
See, the whole time you're talking about RVs, though, I'm just thinking like someone's got to yell for Clark.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that
I
too.
was like, are we going to go like expletive, or does Dwayne have any of the call buttons ready to bleep me out?
Here's full. Like, can you
If I
say
There
woke
that?
it
up with
is.
my head stapled to the carpet right now, I wouldn't be more surprised.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I could quote that movie all day long and giggle.
But yet you went to Loretta Lynn.
I don't know. Just she seemed like to have a big tour bus.
See, what's going to happen is your guys' next episode then without us is you will hopefully not do what we do, which is just pick at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
But we enjoy it. So
Can I play the drums?
What do we
I don't
got?
know.
What
Do you
do we
want
got
Todd?
left?
Do you want Todd to have a grind?
Why doesn't Todd get a grind?
Yeah, grind, Todd.
Thank you.
God, can we edit the drums? No, leave it in. Sorry, go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Prince, call me up whenever you want to grind. Go on.
It's a shame this will never air. Okay, so
It will on our version, baby.
We ain't gotten anything.
We are lazy.
so this afternoon, because you know what, it's a podcast. I'm gonna work soccer in here somehow. So this afternoon, I want to watch the second leg of a Champions League semifinal. So I open up Paramount Plus, and
That's
which
an
we pay
app,
for.
Dan. That's an app. Paramount
Yeah.
Plus
Okay.
is an app, and it has soccer on it.
And like MASH, I
And
think,
RuPaul.
right? Ooh, and RuPaul, yeah. So almost every match I try to watch, it says, sorry, the video is not available, or it just spins or whatever. And I'm just getting tired of, like, I'm paying for this. So I literally call Paramount Plus tech support, which, you know, you're having a bad day if you're calling Paramount Plus tech support. Like, and the first thing he says is, well, delete and reinstall the app. All right, fine. Ooh, hey, could you just clear your browser cache? Okay, that's not even the thing. Whatever. Sure, fine. I will follow it. And then in the middle of the day, just reset your internet modem. Well, I'm listening to my wife on a fairly important conference call coming from the office. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here for 10 seconds and say I did it, and then we'll move on to the next step. But
So that you
What
can
I-
say that you've done it. Sure.
yeah, I did that. Sure, whatever.
I'll play along. Sure, why not?
But when he said you reset your modem, I went, oh, so I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I've got some stuff in my router turned on. So I open up the app for my router and I go in and I turn off at the router level. I have block ads and block malware. So the router tries to keep bad stuff from getting in your network, right? So I go in and I disable block ads and I disable block malware. So now malware, kind of just whatever, get on in. And as soon as I do that, Paramount Plus starts working. So
do you
apparently,
remember that one
Paramount,
time when that chick took her shirt off when she made a goal?
Is that where you're going?
That's all I can think of. He said soccer. I don't know what freaking malware is. I'm sorry, Todd. I'm not smart.
I'm sitting here listening to Todd.
You're like totally getting what he's saying.
I understand what he's saying.
And all I can think about is the chick ripping her shirt off.
Brandy Chastain.
Brandy Chastain.
That was like 5 years ago, wasn't it? Or 20?
Like 1999.
Thank you.
Sorry, Todd. I was listening as hard as I could.
I knew you were, Dan. I appreciate you sticking with me as far as you could. So anyway, the grinding my gears is apparently Paramount Plus is actual malware, and the only way to do it is to literally turn off all the protection, and then you can watch soccer, which we're going to get some feedback, which is that is the proper punishment you get for watching soccer, because apparently soccer is malware. There you go.
You may want to have been watching the second leg of La Liga, but you also now have 38 viruses, and Bill Gates' ex-wife is somehow involved in your computer now.
Let me put a bow on this. The Talking to Todd guys are in a closet, and they don't use protection. That's all I know. And I couldn't get that out when you had stuff in your mouth there. That's what she said. All right. I think we can drum it out here. I'm going to let him play for a second. It's got the same spot every time.
You need some composure?
I'm having fun. Okay, next segment.
Next segment is back to the standard Talking to Todd segment of what we're watching. Yeah, see, we know Todd's watching soccer. Last week I talked about this show on Netflix that I'm watching called Lock and Key, and I downloaded 4 episodes to watch on the plane ride back from an undisclosed location. And I got onto the plane and I had my earphones on and I turned it on and I was ready to go, and Netflix would not load. So now I'm grinding my gears about Netflix and telling you that I watched nothing in the last week because I couldn't watch Lock and Key because Netflix was jammed up. I don't know. What do you guys got?
Lock and Key. Lock and Key.
The goodness.
This is the Catholics coming out on this side over here.
Lord.
Well,
I'm impressed that you were even able to make that.
Is it taste and see?
Nice.
It is taste and see.
I'm going to heaven.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
maybe
there's a chance.
I thought maybe you were going to go with the Madonna version of what Papa Don't Preach. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Okay,
right,
so I have 3 kids that are all 11 or younger, and so normally I would have nothing to contribute here, but I do. Moneyball. So I know it's not a TV show, but I have not had the opportunity to watch Moneyball from start to finish. Whenever it would show up, because I'm still a child of my era where I will flip channels. It's a baseball movie with Brad Pitt.
Never seen it.
Of course you have. It even has a happy ending.
Dang it. I want to see it then.
Now you can watch it with me because I finally started watching. I now understand some of the awards a little bit better. It is well put together. I'm not even a huge baseball fan, but I like Jonah Hill. I like Brad Pitt.
I don't like Jonah Hill.
I'm going to make you watch it now.
No,
it's
is
torture.
he fat or skinny in that one?
He's fat in this one.
Well, I like
you
him
got a
more.
chance.
What's amazing about this? Screenplay by, you guys know this?
No.
Screenplay by Aaron Sorkin. So we've got an Aaron Sorkin drop in.
You don't know who that is, which is great. He is a very famous, A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
A Few Good Men, The West Wing.
Thank you.
An American President. And a whole bunch of other stuff Aaron Sorkin's one of my
I got one
favorites.
for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember Saturday Night Live back in the 80s? The ambiguously gay duo of Ace and Gary? Do you know who wrote that and were the voices? Steve Carell and Colbert, Stephen Colbert.
No,
they
really?
went on to do really good things. Yeah, isn't that crazy? In fact, that the early Egyptians came over in a boat from China. Cliff Clavin, everybody. Bar knowledge.
Wait, so are you actually watching television shows?
Yes.
Well, then to speak.
Yeah, what'd you watch this week, Dan?
Watch Counting Cars because I like that show. I don't know why. I think Danny's cool. Yeah, I like the cars.
Tell us more. I don't know
guy.
what that is.
Counting Cars.
Where do we even find this?
It's on a History Channel. Number 57. So it might be different where you're at, but that's how channels do. No, it's a shop that brings in cars and they basically just pimp them out. You know what I mean? They make them nice. I don't know. I watched that. And I also like watching Shark Tank. And I also watched American Pickers. Those are kind of my three go-tos. Yeah, pretty sad. I know. And then I watched the first half of The Internship. And then I fell asleep. So, love that movie. Wish I had something to go with that. Are we done with that?
No, we're not done. Just calm down. You hate silence.
I
know
hate
you
silence.
hate silence.
That's why I talk so much.
But there's 4 of us here, so we need to give. Again, you keep cutting Todd off.
Sorry, Todd.
Hey.
Let's see. So, Dewayne, do you want to take a guess what we've been watching?
Did you watch more train videos?
We watched more English train videos. We got through all the stations YouTube series. They made it through episode 59 and made it
At
to
an
all
hour?
2,563
It's on the porn channel by
stations.
chance.
No,
my God, I
no,
can't-
no.
Different
It's-
train? Okay,
There's-
sorry.
Yeah,
There's lots
yeah,
of
it's
trains
actual
and
trains.
tunnels.
Oh,
Trains
tunnels.
and tunnels. Yes, is what it is.
And then we get done with all of that and we think, well, crap, we just watched 59 episodes of all of the stations in England or in Britain. What are we going to do? The good news is they have bonus and outtake episodes, and then they go over to Ireland. So we've got some queued up. So now we're going to watch them go to Ireland. By the way, if you want to see relief on people's faces after spending 3 straight months doing nothing but sitting on trains traveling to over 2,500 stations, when they got to the last one, they were trying to put on a brave face, but there was a look of, what the hell did we just do?
That's awesome.
Yep. So there you go. That's we got to find something else. Maybe it's Ireland or whatever. But anyway, more train videos.
He gave me the nod. Not even a thumbs up. Oh, that's a good part. Go get some.
It's
I'm
because
talking
you're
to the
so
drums.
You are talking to the drums, but you're so just desperate to get to.
I don't know. I'm like, the next thing was it. I'm like, let's go. I'm like, JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy.
Oh, well, you know what the next thing is.
Well, the next thing is a lot of you.
Oh,
we
Lord.
are ready to go outside.
How much time are we at right
of
now?
our
How are we
area.
doing on time?
You know what, Dan? We've got the magical world of editing, which we're not going to do. So this is going to play like a double episode. It's going to be glorious.
Okay, the first one's really long.
It's gonna be
Well,
one of
that's
you.
what
It's
she
gonna be
said. Sorry.
it's gonna be a double episode for you, and this is gonna be one of our shortest. So let's go.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When have you ever read the entirety of an article? I mean, like we skip, we mix.
Okay.
You're going to be just fine, my friend.
All right.
I don't have anything to guide. I'm just going to listen to your sultry voice.
Sounds good. This is about.
So I don't have a headline to read for you.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
kind of threw me off. That's all right. though.
Here.
Oh.
Women duped $100,000 out of victims using witchcraft services.
Somewhere in Florida,
Hello.
an unidentified Florida woman is wanted by authorities for allegedly swindling a number of unsuspecting victims who paid her for spiritual and witchcraft services earlier this year. At least 10 people were defrauded of approximately $100,000. Whoa! By this suspected occult scam artist. Officials announced this week on April 19th. It's my daughter's birthday. Side note. The Naples Police Department released composite sketches of the woman identified only as Rosalia. I'm getting so much better at my Spanish.
I love when you talk yourself up because then that means you're going to get tripped over like the third word of the next sentence. Literally the.
Police suspect the spiritual services scam began in January and ended in mid-March of this year. In December 2020, the woman allegedly began marketing her services to residents.
Well, I bumped on spiritual, but it's spiritual in quotes. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's really
Oh, I should have read like spiritual. Is that how I should have? Like in
Well, I don't know if there's quotes around it though. Suddenly now, she was offering. They were paying $10,000 a person for
crazy
spiritual services.
That's what she said.
Wait. I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Okay.
And by that we mean
She have been
See,
watching.
I dated a girl once who told me that she wasn't religious, but she was spiritual. I'm married to her now.
Oh,
But,
nice.
I mean, you know, so it's not a great ending to a story.
Stacy?
That would be her name.
Thank you. She doesn't listen. In December 2020, the woman allegedly began marketing her services to residents of Golden Gate and East Naples. That's probably an old person's place, or is that a city? I don't know.
I'm going to guess these were going to be elderly that were being scammed.
Yeah. Ads for the company began to roll out in free Hispanic newspapers, on the radio, and on makeshift flyers. Mexican radio. Sorry, you guys remember that song?
Wait. This is
Remember
a
that song? You know I'm playing that at the end. I'm getting excited.
Wait, you're saying this is Rosario's spiritual services? As soon as I turned off my firewall today during La Vega, I got an ad for this. Wait, are you saying I shouldn't have given her my credit card? Oh, damn.
When does Miss Cleo pop up? So, go
Ooh.
ahead.
They put makeshift flyers plastered to telephone poles and laundromats in the region. They're smart. Some posters promised a 100% guarantee to fix the prospective client's marital and relationship issues, according to a police report obtained by Oxygen.com. If you're having an argument with your wife, girlfriend, she can help you with your problems, read one flyer. Wow, that's really going for...
Wife and girlfriend, or wife,
slash girlfriend.
So like either or both?
Yes. The Southwest Florida number at the bottom of the flyer appears to have been disconnected. That's so like her. I feel like I know her. The first victim...
Here's my thought, though. I'm going to guess, though, again, 10 people each paid around, on average, $10,000. I bet you they did fix your relationship problems, because if your spouse just dropped $10,000 on a spiritual service, quote unquote, from Rosario, whatever you were arguing about before is resolved, because you got much bigger problems now.
I can't even go out to lunch without my wife being upset.
I think you're going to say for $10,000. That's really funny. Well, my Jesus, big fella.
I'm not that
Go to a buffet.
Well, I was going to say, is the brown bottle still open? Wow, that sounds pretty good.
Seafood lasagna.
Seafood lasagna. You whispered it just I could hear it. I wasn't going to let that go. Seafood lasagna.
The first victim to report Rosalia to law enforcement on March 14th told detectives that the woman invited him to her office, where she presented a deck of tarot cards. Is it tarot?
No, I'm laughing
Tarot?
because I can see what you're reading, because it is in billboard font. And not only do they have Rosalia in quotes, they have office in quotes. This article is just quoting things that aren't dialogue galore, and I love it.
And claimed there were a dark force present in her life. The woman told him to sleep with 3 eggs under his bed and bring them to her the following day. When the man returned, Rosario allegedly waved the eggs over his head and face. This is getting weird.
Oh, just now it's getting weird? It wasn't before.
This is
now
the part where you go,
I mean,
oh,
you're
it's weird.
right, but like we're already in Weird Town, bro. We have been to that train station.
Rosalia, I like saying that. I'm going to name the next animal that. Then opened each egg. The first egg contained the first egg contained blood inside. The second egg contained needles inside. And the third egg contained worms inside, the police report stated. How is that even possible? That's just like a trick egg or something? This is where I need you for advice.
This is the spiritual realm, not the religious realm. So I'm not entirely sure how her magic is working.
Gentlemen, how they get worms and blood inside eggs? Okay.
We didn't cover that when I was in school. I don't know. Do you
think
guys cover
Mr.
that?
Bolton,
No,
Mr. Bolton teaches any of that. No.
Yeah, is that a science? Is that science or what is it? Yeah, all right, we got nothing.
Rosalia allegedly demanded he collect all the money he had, here we go, including any cash he could borrow from friends and family, and bring it to her. On his third visit to Rosalia, the man allegedly gave her $29,500, telling him the money was cursed. She advised and instructed the man to give her the funds so she could bless and multiply them at her temple.
Those funds are cursed, man. Here, I better take care of those for you.
I'm telling you right now, I like all 3 of you. I wouldn't give you $290 without like going, we got a little paper to sign. $29,500. Wow. She promised to double or triple the man's earnings. However, she later canceled his next appointment and stopped returning his messages, police said. The man told detectives...
She went ghost. Oh, that's weird. Hey, I'll
shocking.
take your $30,000 and invest it in Dogecoin or Bitcoin or something like that. And,
I'll
see you
take
later.
your 3 drinks and an onion rings and then just not call you ever again.
That sounded
See
deeply
that
personal.
Wow. That was very specific.
Long Island, I see my butt. No, I ain't. 3 other victims also confessed they'd hired Rosalia to have their finances cleaned. That is so dumb. Police spoke to the building owner where the woman's office was reportedly located, but it was unable to physically locate her. The suite was rented to a merchant of religious artifacts. The police report stated, no arrests have been made in the case. Police have described the woman as a Spanish speaker who is potentially of Eastern European or Hispanic descent. She is 5 feet and 2 inches tall, medium build, has light brown eyes. That's half the damn country, isn't it? Oh my God. Oh,
I just like that you refused to breathe through that last sentence. You were just like, I'm not breathing. I'm not coming
No,
up
I'm
for
just
air.
going for it.
We're good.
it's just unfortunate that this individual or individuals preyed on the religious beliefs of innocent victims, essentially by offering services that they thought would benefit them spiritually or financially, or whatever the sales pitch was. Lieutenant Brian McGinn told Oxygen.com about the Catholic Church. I'm kidding. I had that part in there. Too far? Okay, keep going.
Right up to the
and
line.
see.
By the way, this Oxygen.com, they're getting a lot of airtime.
I feel like there should
That's
be.
a pun. You hate puns. That's his badge right there. He hates puns. Noted.
I was blowing right through that. Okay, so at
I'm
the
done
end
with
of
the
it,
article.
did they catch her or not? Do
Nope.
we know? No, she's on the loose.
So if anyone
And she
has to
probably-
clean your money, just and she's 5'2" and looks like she might make huevos. I don't know.
We got eggs delivered this morning. I'm going to be really, really careful when I eat them. I am now terrified of this story.
I'm just thinking nobody can find her, but she now has a 3-season deal with Netflix to turn this into a story. So, be looking for that in December.
She got some upfront money.
All right. Let's do one more.
One more, and it's a short one.
Okay.
Oh, if it's a short one, then maybe we can squeeze two in. But let's do at least one more.
That's
All
what
right.
she said. Sorry,
God.
it's so fun tonight.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
Okay. So
Paper
there
clip
isn't.
off.
I don't have a headline for this one, and I can't even read the link. So, gentlemen, do you have the second article headline?
Second article, Florida woman, back to Florida, second article in a row. Florida woman survives being hit by flying turtle.
Yes.
Daytona Beach.
Hello.
It's not unusual.
It's not unusual.
I know that's exactly where my brain went. Tom
Man,
Jones.
Isn't this great?
I'm like
getting
throwing
these
like.
references.
Let's go.
Love it.
That's got awkward. It's not unusual. Tom Jones. For rocks and other debris to crash through a windshield and injure a driver or passenger. But a turtle? Like I did that?
You did. You put the right emphasis on the right syllable. Good for you.
A 71-year-old woman riding with her daughter on Florida's Interstate 95. You know where I'm going with that, too. Don't you?
I do.
She's riding dirty. No, I was kidding. Florida's Interstate 35 suffered a gashed forehead Wednesday when a turtle smashed through the windshield of her car, striking her, the Daytona Beach News Journal reports. Like I said, I kind of did the weatherman. I went up the thing and then went back down the thing.
We're proud of you.
Yeah,
You're
that's why I
literate.
try to do it. I'm like trying to get pro here.
You're proud. You're professional.
I think this should go on your reel when you send it into NBC Nightly News to take over for Lester Holt, and you're going to do. I think this is like this shows what you can do.
Thank you, Todd. The daughter pulled over and got help from another motorist, according to a 911 recording. Both were surprised by what they found. There is a turtle in here, the man can be overheard saying. A turtle, the daughter exclaimed. An actual turtle? The gas drew a lot of blood, but the woman was not seriously hurt. The turtle was likely crossing the interstate and got knocked into the air by another vehicle. Well, that's good speculation right there, guys.
I've got it.
You can't speculate that well, Dewayne. Go ahead.
I think Mario was ahead of her on the interstate.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I have one of those too.
That's a Nintendo thing. He's
Oh, I
talking
know
about
that.
video games
Yeah.
from the aughts.
I'm all about it. I throw Mario Kart, whatever. I'm Yoshi. That's what I pick. I like to maneuver.
Isn't Yoshi the turtle though?
He's
No,
the
did
Did
dinosaur.
Yoshi
He's
come
the green one.
flying?
Try to
He's got the moped.
This
Or
isn't
something.
this isn't a high school basketball game here, Dwayne. Try to keep up.
I swear to God, this lady has the worst luck of anything. The daughter told the 911 operator, what?
I'm laughing because you just blew through it. So we have a high school basketball coach and a referee in
Oh,
this,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
haven't even gotten to that point there. I was trying to segue into that, and you're just like, I'm out of here.
I got a technical
Well-
last year for saying what. I didn't say what the blank. I said what. I said one word, and I received one technical word. One word.
I immediately went into my high school basketball mode, which was sitting here while Dan does all the work.
I was
Dan's
going
hogging the
to
ball
point.
again, kind of like the microphone. Sorry.
I was going to point out how Dan, you referred to one of the characters as a moped. We try not to. I mean, we try not to bring
Scooter.
up that word. Well, we don't try to bring up the word moped in front of Dewayne because he didn't have one. Remember when we all had mopeds?
Oh, that's
Dewayne had a
right.
bike, so we try not to bring that up because that's like a trigger thing. So I'm just, if we do this again, we need to strike that. We need to stay away from that.
I can't say the word chappy or Yamahopper. Gotcha.
Spree.
Hey. That was a perfectly good moped that I had. It happened to be a Spree, but it was fine. It was fine. It could do almost 25 miles an hour.
Downhill with you pushing it. Yes.
By the way, right before I got divorced, my ex-wife said that I could not get a motorcycle, so I went out and bought a moped. So I had a moped like when I was 35, and I was divorced at 37. So
Technically
that's
compliant.
that's a little snippet, a nugget, if you will, into my life. Hey, the turtle, on the other hand, had the best luck of anything. It just had a few scratches on its shell and was released back into the nearby woods. I hope they threw it. Wouldn't that be kind of funny? I like turtles. That's it.
I'm just wondering if that happens to you in Florida, do you have to carry like you have underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage? Do you have, like, I'm guessing the turtle didn't have coverage. So do you then, like in Florida, also have to have like flying turtle coverage? Or like the insurance company's like, look, we specifically said if you're hit by another person, we will cover you. What were you hit by? You were hit by a turtle. No coverage. That's on you. That's on you.
Take that, Jake from State Farm. Yeah.
I believe it falls under malware protection, so everything is covered.
By the way, I did get a kick out of the Drake from State Farm as a Super Bowl. I thought that was my favorite commercial.
Thank you.
Since we're talking about insurance
And State Farm.
State Farm.
You say it as if we ever actually need segues. We don't always. We
You're-
just go to whatever we want.
Your listeners, I got it right this time. Your listeners on your podcast are just not going to be happy about this because they're all about a format. You guys are kind of on and they're going to be like, that guy needs medicine. I apologize for myself in advance. I do take medicine. Oh, I meant the thumb. So when I first went, and you guys we're all big band people. Are you a band person?
Like, was I in
Todd and I
band?
were in the tuba section. He was first chair. I was last chair. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've
And
heard that
Dewayne,
part.
don't tell me, Dewayne, you were trombone, sax. Dang it. Flute?
How many
Were you a
other-
flute?
How many other instruments are you gonna?
My
Like
son played
clarinet?
the flute.
Huh?
I
French-
played the baritone right in front of you.
You
He
did.
literally
but you-
sat right in, like literally,
I
like
said
right
that. I
in front of you for 3 years, 4 years, like literally, like right in front of us.
and actually, I think I was so bad that they put me in the baritone section for a while, too.
Yeah, they brought you down to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds thrilling. How good were you guys?
They were good. I wasn't.
State champs? How does that work?
They didn't have a uniform big enough for Lance Keller and I, and so we got to be roadies. We just loaded the stuff in the van. Did you guys know that?
Yes, they did because they paid attention during band. Meanwhile, you didn't
you
know
guys-
Dwayne sat in front of you for 3 years.
Do you remember that one time when you were in the Beatles? That was awesome.
Wait. They told you that they didn't have a uniform big enough, and you bought that story. Oh, sorry. That's why you didn't get to play. I mean, yeah, I heard
Yes,
that too.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah, that's why that was. Yeah.
By the way, can I go serious for 1 second?
Why
Can I
no?
go? Can I go? I'm being serious. I joke a lot. I was a jerk to Todd in high school one time, and I felt bad. And since then, I've played it back in my head. I wish I wouldn't have said it, and I'm sorry. I'm just going public right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't. Not that I don't say sorry, but life has humbled me, and I've become a better person. And I'm sorry. I said a really bad joke. Do you remember it?
Let's bring it back up.
I actually don't. So
Okay, thank God.
no.
Okay, then we're cool.
Yeah.
Because I thought for years and years you just hated me. I really did. I was like, I didn't like lose sleep, but I felt bad. You know what I mean? I was just like, I was a jerk off move. That was a jerk off move that I did. I saved it. We don't have to edit that.
We're not going to edit it anyway.
No, I know. So I did feel bad.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
back to your original question.
I want to tell a joke
Dan,
again,
I was not.
but I don't want to say it because I just want to.
He's not even. He's here, but he's not here. Like, you asked me if I was in band.
I like
That's
turtles.
how this all started. No.
Oh
No. Are you happy now?
no.
Okay, we can go back to the band thing now.
Okay.
Turtles?
Yeah, but you can sing and play guitar.
Well, yeah, I can now, but I couldn't then.
Yeah.
Well, I could sing.
That didn't stop any of us.
True.
we couldn't play.
I'd like to pick up the harmonica. There's no story to that. I just like to.
Oh, that would be cool.
You just
I
like to
went
pick it
to Blues Travelers, and I'm like, that's really cool. I'll never play like him, but that's really cool.
And after carrying around a sousaphone and marching band for a few years, a harmonica looks awesome. Wait, this little thing? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I can
great.
hear that.
When it's blowing 40 miles an hour, do I have a huge metal bell that's a sail that's going to kick me and just let me roll across the football field? No, with a harmonica? I'll sign me up for that.
Take
My
one
daughter actually played tuba in the band, and she wanted to follow in the family footsteps. And I go, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yeah," because all you had to do was take home a mouthpiece because they'd give her like a tuba at home. I'm like, "All right," she thought it through. Kind of weird.
Which one? Older or younger?
Molly Younger.
I like her.
Yeah, she's nice.
I mean, like Hannah too, but I like.
Oh, Hannah listens.
Yeah,
Molly
no,
does
I
it.
don't-
You're in trouble now.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I
Yes.
just meant I like the ingenuity that Molly has there.
Yep.
Hannah, you're my favorite. Okay, we had a new segment here. That was originally where the drums were before we had fun. Bring them back.
Sorry. Quick drums. Go.
You're good. Go ahead, Dwayne.
So we're gonna try a new thing from our friends at HowSmart.net. One of the things that I did in the last couple of weeks, reached out, had a conversation with the people that run HowSmart.net, and they do trivia questions. And so we're gonna see. I
This will
thought
be fun.
it might be a fun thing to do. We'll take a quiz together. So it's only a challenge in terms of, are we collectively smarter than the people at HowSmart.net? And so I thought we've been accused of doing too many video gags on our podcast. So this is 100% audio. So you can play along at home, those of you that are listening, and see if you are smarter than the Talkin2Idiots, the four of us, and see how it goes. So the quiz category tonight is sports, 10 sports trivia questions and answers.
Okay.
So we're going to take the quiz. We'll try to stay on track, and we'll see how this goes. So question number 1. It is multiple choice, but if we know the answer, we can just go right to
Dine
it. Dine in. Excellent.
Sorry.
What does the term Tiger Slam refer to? This is a golf question. Excellent.
Go ahead.
Do we know this?
Ding, 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 ding.
I'll take that one just because I kind of know, and I won't know all these. The Tiger Slam would be he won all 4 majors, not in the same year, but he held all 4 majors at the same time. So, right? That's basically what it was.
I concur.
So he was defending champion at one point in time to all majors.
That is correct. And he is the only player to have won all 4 professional golf championships in a row.
Correct.
So you're one for one.
What'd you say that place was? Net. Where'd you get the info from?
HowSmart.net.
Yeah, howsmart.net. I heard the net part. I just validated their business. You're welcome. Next question.
Who or what are Osaka and Djokovic. Do we need hints? Do we need four options?
And Djokovic.
Osaka
They're
and Djokovic.
tennis players.
Yes.
Yeah, the options are international beer brands, the world's leading tennis players, the world's leading golf players, or cartoon characters.
Tennis players.
I think we're going to stick with tennis.
Yeah,
I think
tennis. That was where my head went to.
Yep.
If I phoned a friend, I'd phone Todd. So, so we're going to go with that. That's
Naomi Osaka and Novak Djokovic, who won the women's singles and the men's singles at the Australian Open back in February. How many times? Question number 3. Oh, hold on.
I was just going to say, Dan, you keep referring to the ACTs. If the ACTs were like this, I think we all would have done a hell of a lot better.
yeah.
Yeah. We should
Also
we
said
should
next to
send
Byron
something-
Clark, who got a 31. And Mr. Russell came over and said, "Now, Byron, don't be copying off Dan." I knew what he was saying. Like, I won't. It kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. No.
Question 3. How many times before Super Bowl LV 2021 did Tom Brady win a Super Bowl MVP award? How many did he have before this last year?
I think it's 3, but I think 3.
Yeah, our options are 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Dan, I got to say, 3 is what popped into my head too. So
Mhm. So I
the
think
fact
that
that
too.
the fact that you came up with that now makes me question my answer. But that's,
Don't be cheating off Byron.
No,
The answer is 4.
Yes.
Wah, wah.
never take the under on Tommy. Never take the under
No,
on Tommy.
Tom Brady, 43, was a Super Bowl MVP for the 5th time. Ouch. Okay, so we are. I got to keep score here.
All right.
we're
Do we need to have
2 to the
another
good.
sports argument, a la MJ LeBron that we
Ask
had on
those
ours?
guys. Ask
Well,
them.
okay. Better quarterback, Tom Brady or Mark Sanchez? Go.
The butt fumble?
The blood flow.
Oh,
If it pleases the court, I'd like to present my case on Mark Sanchez. Get out. Just get out.
No, out. No. Okay, so question number 4. Which teams were in the 2021 Super Bowl?
That was Tampa Bay because they won. And they
And?
beat the team that was favored,
The Kansas City Chiefs.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
There you go.
I was trying to let everybody else get involved.
Oh, is that your cover? Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so our options, I looked at these options and I was going to click based on, and one of the options is the Kansas City Buccaneers and the Tampa Bay Chiefs.
Nice.
I'm like, don't do that to me. I'm starting to wonder how smart people are. So our answer here is Kansas City and Tampa Bay, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, respectively. Correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and we are correct. Who is? Oh, sweet Lord, Dan, can you print? Who is Kim Ng? That's NG. Is that Ng?
Don't go to Dan for this. He doesn't.
How do you
I know-
pronounce? I need pronunciations.
I know this.
Okay.
If one of the options is she is the general manager for the Florida Marlins.
Florida Marlins. Yeah.
Could she be the first person of East Asian descent to serve as general manager of an MLB team?
Oh,
Yes.
Could she?
I did not know
be
that. That is some weird, wild stuff you got going on there.
the highest ranking female baseball executive? Or is she the first woman to serve as a general manager of a team in the Big Four leagues? Or is she all of the above and more? She
Listeners
is
as
all
well.
of the above and more. Look at that. Good call, Todd.
thank you.
Todd.
Thank you, Todd.
Okay, so we are now 3-1. Excellent. What? Oh, sweet Lord! Can these not be any tougher than this? Maybe we should have vetted these first. What is Magic Johnson's real first name?
Irvin.
Irvin. Thank you.
What'd I say?
Yeah.
Irving.
You put a G on it. It's kind of what you
Because
do.
one of the options is Elvin, and one of them is Sheldon.
Elvin!
Sheldon. That'd be great.
Sheldon.
Sheldon Magic Johnson. Or Michael, but we know it's not Michael. Yes, you're right. Consensus there is Irvin. Okay. Bonus fact. He partly owns the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Andy has AIDS. True story.
Actually, it's not. I think he still just has HIV. I don't think
he
it's
just
become
still
AIDS.
has
Isn't it the same
HIV.
thing? Am I
It's
learning
not.
something new today?
It becomes AIDS eventually.
Even maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
I watched Philadelphia.
And it didn't have a happy ending, and that's why you stopped watching movies that didn't end happily. That is the nexus of where this began. Okay, thank you.
Question 7. The Los Angeles Lakers won the 2020 NBA championship. When was the last time that they took the title?
2020. I'm just saying it's right there. It's right.
It's answers in the title. When was the last time
2003.
prior to 2020? Options are 98, 2000, 2008, or 2010.
2010.
Oh, yeah, it was. I forgot about the late Kobe run. May he rest in peace.
There is a picture here that has Barack Obama in the picture with a bunch of Lakers. So I think we can rule out 98 or 2000. So it's
2010.
And it is 2010. They won their 17th NBA championship. There we go. That is 5. We are 5-1. We cannot lose. We cannot end up upside down at this point, which is better than.
Hold on. I mean, look, this is our podcast. Trust me, we can figure out a way. We can still end up, like, if we try hard enough, we could still end up with a loss here.
You're saying we could still be Verizon losing $5 billion at this stage? Okay.
Call back.
I think what he's saying is failure is always an option.
Yes.
What do soccer question. Todd, we're going to lean on you here. And a golf. Okay. So what do soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo and world number 1 ranked golfer Dustin Johnson have in common?
They both do coke.
Allegedly. There, we're clear. We're clear.
So options on the quiz are: they both wear the same number on their shirts. Do they both wear 3?
He did.
Wait, golfer Dustin.
Golfers don't wear.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna. All right.
Okay, seriously. Okay, so we can rule that out. Option 2, they're both Italian. Option 3, they are cousins. And option 4, they both announced that they had COVID-19 on the same day.
I'm going to say 3 or 4. You guys fight it out.
I'm going to go with 4. I think.
I guess
contemporary. They probably want to throw COVID in there.
Doug's holding up 4 fingers on an audio podcast. Okay, so we've got.
I just didn't know. We're hearing plenty from our end, so
we are right. They both announced that they had COVID on the same day. So that is, we are now 6-1 with 2 to go. Question 9.
This website, I mean, howsmart.net, what it should be, what this really is make you feel better about yourself.net, right? Because these aren't really that tough. So you're like, hey, look at me, I know stuff, right? Yeah, congratulations. What is your name? I got that one right.
What is the shape of a basketball?
You guys can rip on this one all you want. I feel great about me right now.
Yeah.
I needed this win today. I needed this today.
Exactly.
No, question number 9. In what city does the Juventus Football Club reside? Florence, Milan, Turin, or Pavia?
So it's
Is it not Juventus? It looks like Juventus.
Yeah, I'm going through my head going, what makes me look worse here? Going, excuse me, actually, the pronunciation of that team. Like, oh God, I don't want to be that guy.
Please do.
Do I go buy their jerseys at Hermes? Is that what is that?
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, it's the Juventus jerseys at Hermes. Yeah, on sale. Sorry, what were our options again?
Florence, Milan, Turin, or I'm assuming it's pronounced Pavia, but at this point, I don't have the foggiest friggin' idea.
I'm going to guess Florence and the Machine for 1,000, please.
Ooh,
the Machine.
I'm going to say Milan, but I'm not comfortable with that.
I'm never comfortable in Milan. Or Milan. I could also not be comfortable in Milan, given the way it looks. How about can I be comfortable in Madrid or Madrid?
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Milan, I believe, is the answer.
We are going to find out. It is none of the above. It's Turin. Resides in Turin, Italy. Good luck to Andrea Perlo, the new manager for, how do you say it, Todd?
Juventus.
Thank you.
Yes.
Juventus, you brought her. Just kidding.
Like,
Weren't we venting us in the earlier Grind My Gears category? Was that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
you see
So
why we keep ours to about a tight 35, because then we start really going off the rails here.
You're at 101. Yeah. What was 10 out of 10? And then we'll get the heck out of here. What was tennis star Ash Barty's former professional sports? Do we even know who this person is?
No.
Ash Barty. Did she play basketball, cricket, soccer, or was she a kayaking professional? She a
There's
professional
not
kayaker.
thing as a professional kayaker, is there?
You want to hear any worse? We got a thing from our HOA that we now have a special deal with a professional pickleball player to teach us pickleball. So if I mean, a professional kayak sounds like that's way more prestigious than a professional pickleball player. Anyway, you know what? On this one, I think we let Dan. Dan, you tell us who you pick. You pick the sport.
No Googling Ash Barty.
Too late.
Did you do it?
I'm trying. I can't even come up with the answer.
I'm just I'm so past the trivia right now.
Well, you've got to pick whatever
I'm running
she
out of
might have
soda.
been. You got to pick whatever she is.
What
With
was
the sports?
what was the
Basketball.
Basketball, cricket, soccer,
cricket.
We're going
Just
to go
seems like
with cricket, and we're going to find out. And you were right, Dan.
Yes.
That's how you
Cricket.
debate.
We get your results, our results. We got a bunch of them. We
You know
got
what? See,
8 out of 10.
That's you know what? That's how you win. When in doubt, you throw it to the big man in the post and let him take care of business. That's the way you win.
Did you hear that?
You're just playing sounds now.
I'm playing cricket sounds.
Oh, for cricket. Look at you, pun master.
Thank you. You hate me. Just sorry.
All right.
Throw us on out of here.
All
Get
right.
the heck out of
You
here.
want drums? I love drums.
You know, if we don't get this in here, we'll get in trouble. So the music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. It's available on incompetech.com under a Creative Commons Attribution license. Okay, go.
I went online and because you can't get copyrighted, and I just found like some kind of like drum corps, drum line, and I took it off the YouTubes. Yeah. Do you like it?
It sounds legal.
Sounds legal.
All right.
Let's get IT on it.
All right. Drink, everybody. With that in mind, we normally close out with a song, and then so do you guys. So we'll put a bow on this thing. Thank you, gentlemen, for helping us do the crossover episode here.
Had a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
Great.
Yeah, thank you
know-
guys. This was a once in a lifetime experience. I hope.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will see you next week.
I'm intrigued. What is it?
On a warm
Nice.
summer's evening,
On a train bound for nowhere
met up
with the gambler. Did he get louder?
both too
No,
tired
I'm
to
just on
sleep.
pitch.
So we took turns staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook